Hello survivors, I'm back with another video. So this time around I'm going to show you the new troop types that Ember has added. This is part of the update that went with the infected city. So they have opened up a few advanced troops and they also opened up a few infected troops. So nothing has changed from the regular troops. As you see, these are the ones that you get from the packs or from the events. But the advanced troops, they opened a few more. So I'm going to also update the core power calculator soon with all these new troops in there. So you can see, for example, this Death Reaper, its power is about 150, and the attack is not bad. It's about 12 and defense of 8. But the upkeep is a bit high, so it's about 5. So it's more like a T5 in my opinion. So slowly the T5s are going to open. And there are some T7s and so on. So if we kind of go by tiers, though the upkeep and power is a bit low on these. Let's see how these will be open. I assume all these will be available through the Z store, so that you've got to spend all your coins, or it will be available through the packs. So that's the only way that Ember could make money, right? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And the other thing that they have also opened up is the new infected troops. So these are some of the troops that they've opened up, like Mummy and Mild Lurker and Arachnia and Direwolf. These are the 4 that's open. And the one that's locked here is available only through the Z store. And you got to have these coins to buy them. So this is going to get expensive, though I think people would spend the coins on that, I hope, because the power is 150 and the defense is pretty high. So if you keep these in your city, I'm pretty sure your defense power will go up. Usually having infected troops in the past, people don't like it. Looks like now people will be doing more of infected, because if you look at what this infected would do is strong versus defense, I'll be obvious. And it will be strong against the newer advanced troops. So if the newer advanced troop is either open through training troops, or it will be open through some pack buying and stuff, you're going to see all the money players getting all these troops faster. And I think this would be a better idea for you to equip your city with these kind of leaders, so your new advanced troop can be counterbalanced. And this guy especially is strong against a lot of things like defenses, bandits, scramblers, saboteur, and very strong against militia and pickup truck and pyro. So this could be something good for somebody who is attacking with a lot of T1s. I've seen a lot of people who use this T1 to attack people. I think for them this would be a great way to keep some of these infected, new infected created. I think what I kind of liked is this one here, Direwolf, because you've seen how deadly a panzer attack can get for any type. Even if you have good defensive leaders, if somebody has money to get you, send you 1 million panzers at you, you would lose quite a lot of troops. So I think this is going to be an answer for that. I don't know how much of resources you need to create these, but looks like this is a good answer for them. So it's very strong against commandos, zombie doses, and boomer. At least the strong against the defense, ranger, and panthers and piercers. So I'm kind of glad to see something coming up against the advanced troop. Though you have to see here, it's weak against the infantry. So that's going to be a bit of a trouble. Again, I don't really understand here is when they say weak versus infantry, vehicles, and demolition, but at the same time they say it's strong versus commando, zombie doser, and bomber. I assume that it's only strong against a zombie doser. So when they say vehicles, anything apart from zombie doser, you got to be careful. If they send a pickup truck or if they send a battle bus, yeah, these guys are going to die soon. So I'm going to quickly look at how much it's going to cost to get some of these guys. So let me go in and see to create. Okay, I'm getting about 449 for roughly about 200k of each resource and 600k of food. So again, I think infected is food heavy. So these are going to cost you about roughly 200k of each. Will get you 200K of each plus 500K of food will get you about 400. So that I put it about 1:1 on food and 0.5:1 on the rest of resources. So if you want 1 million, so you need at least 6 million of food at least, I think. Sorry, for 100,000 you need about 6 million of food and so on. So I'll create more of these and I'll show you guys how much it would really cost to create and hopefully, why don't I do this now so that we know roughly how much. Okay, I'm going to have at least 5 mil of each resource to see how much that was going to get me. Okay, so I have 2 mil food. Okay, let me start with that. Okay, so let me speed this up a bit. Okay, 1.5K for 2 mil food and roughly 800 of each other resource will get me 1.4K. Yeah. So for 1,000, I need 2 mil food. So it's kind of right. So 1.4K to 2 mil is about 0.5 for each mil for food, and the rest would be 1:1 in terms of millions to thousands. Okay, cool. So this is what it's going to do. I like the direwolf. It's pretty good. And I've seen this Arachnia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but this leader this infected troops I've seen in a lot of the new infected cities. Looks like it has high power, but the defense and attack seems to be a bit weak. Though the upkeep is about 3 and health is about 3, it's going to be extremely slow. Of the speed is 1. So they are good against defenses, raiders, Z-ring, and launcher, and very strong against soldier, battle bus, and the scorcher. So I think it's kind of getting better in terms of managing your infected now. So you, depending on what kind of attacks that you want to do, I would suggest that you create some of each, so that when you go out hunting, you'll be using the right ones. One good advantage about the infected leader is I use tons of infected leaders. You would have already seen how much of infected I had in my other city. I like elites because they are very strong against defense. So all these old infected are really good in just breaking the defense. A lot of people would say the infected is very bad. I mean, again, I think I have done the video on troop type. It's again subjective. I like them because I use them to break the walls. So once the walls are broken, it's very easy to, the enemy city is vulnerable and easy to take them down. So now you get an advanced infected, in my opinion. That's what I call them, though it's not an advanced speed up. These guys are going to break the walls and also going to do some damage to the city's troops. So which is a bonus for you, because in the past you would only be sending the infected troops against the walls, and the rest barely you make any difference against the troops. But this one you get double bonus. You break the walls, you can also break the troops. This is really good. And I just want to show you quickly on this. I know anything above 9 minutes is not good to watch. It's hitting about 8.5 minutes right now. What I'm going to do is in another video, I'm going to get more of these trained and send these against walls. Maybe I'll pick another friend city to do that, to see how good are these new infected troops against walls and etc. And infected troops, that definitely does work with your leader setup. Make sure that you have some good leaders with infected, otherwise it's going to be a waste. For example, this guy here can give you 670% infected attack when you go out, and like dead row, so it will give you like 550%. So yeah, so make some wise decisions on making some troops, and yeah, I'll come back to you guys with some videos on testing these troops so that we know how good these troops really are. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please leave your comments. It can be good or bad comments. It can be, you can also say it's a lousy video. I've seen that quite a lot. But yeah, any comments are welcome. Thank you for watching.